I'm Bradley, escapee from reality, amateur to living life, creator of written worlds. Welcome to Creator's Dementia. Gather around the blank pages of this crazy world and find your creative spark that has been hidden within your creative dementia. Hello and welcome back to another episode of Creator's Dementia. It is me, your fabulous host, Bradley. So, quick update before we get started. I have created another podcast called The Other Side of Shadows. And what it is I investigate paranormal occurrences as well as dive deep into the reasoning, if there is one, and also tell you my own experiences that I have had over the years. So, I know the ones watching on YouTube, the lighting is not so great right now because it is late and it is actually Friday night, so I'm trying to get this done for tomorrow because I have spent the entire day editing the other podcast because I had to do a whole new story because the story I had done previous turned out it was more than likely fiction and a horror story, which would have actually been pretty good for this side of my podcast. So maybe, I don't know, I will resurrect the story of that pretty soon. So who knows? So yes, The Other Side of Shadows is actually going to be distributed through Podbean. I originally had Creator's Dementia over there, but I have swapped platforms. I put Creator's Dementia to my RSS, and I put The Other Side of Shadows on Podbean. So then Podbean will distribute it all over the place. So on Spotify, I will have two podcasts, Creator's Dementia and The Other Side of Shadows. So, and it's also, I submitted it to iHeartRadio and all that fun stuff. So I know it got accepted to Spotify because I got the check mark today and they accepted it. So if you guys can't get enough of me and want to hear more, The Other Side of Shadows should be on Spotify. So I am actually going to look it up right now to make sure. The Other Side of Shadows. And when I was getting this title, well, I still don't see it, and that kind of sucks. But it is on Podbean, so if you can't find it on Spotify, it is there. But when I was developing the title, I researched, titles of books and stuff to make sure I wasn't going to have the same title, and The Other Side of Shadows never popped up. And then when I went to Spotify to try to see if I could find, the show after it got accepted, turns out there actually is another podcast on there called The Other Side of Shadows. So that was kind of disappointing, but, it happens. So hopefully I'm waiting. I'm checking on my email. I got a job request. I'm good. So that's not there. That's not there. That's not there. So maybe it's still in the process. Who knows? But you can enjoy it on Podbean, and it's also going to be on YouTube. I'm going to go ahead and publish the episode tonight, and it should be ready within a couple hours. So you can listen and watch it in the morning. But yes, you can go to Podbean and it will already be there. So, I think that's all the updates. I haven't written much. I got to fix my flash fiction for Between Lewis and Lovecraft. Get it sent over to Tyler. And I need to continue working on the anthology story for the Christmas in Quillandia. And I also need to finish my middle grade novel so that way I can get it done before Halloween. I don't like much, but I kind of got just a little stuck. And I've been extremely busy, horribly busy. It's been ridiculous. So, but this is the kind of stuff I love to do. So I'm not going to complain about how busy I've been because this is literally the career I would like to have if it ever actually becomes monetized. So who knows? But as as I continue going, I'm just going to continue the journey and, enjoy every minute of it. So I hope you all enjoyed the last episode where I interviewed Kaylee Rogers. TikTok handle is Into the Madhouse. It was an awesome interview. She's a great person, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Of course, that episode is available on Spotify, Amazon Music, Podchaser, all that fun stuff. It might be gone from Podchaser now because of Podbean. I don't know. Podbean has other platforms that it submits to, and RSS feed has like 5. So I'm not sure where everything's going at the moment. I need to kind of keep track. I probably need to make a list just to make sure. And also, there was something I had on my mind, and I completely just forgot what it was. So, if I think about it, we'll come back to it. But anyways, welcome to another episode of Creators Dementia. Today is going to be kind of just a relaxed episode. I'm not going to get into a deep discussion of writing topics or any type of author topic. It's just going to be, honestly, a book cover review this time. And I need to actually do more of these. But just recently, I ordered my friend's book, Tyler Clausen. Sorry, before I go there is another update. So, I know you all have heard me talk about Alan Graves' companion novel he's writing to My Legion's Dawn. Well, we finally got it done, and it is available to order. It is on Amazon. It is The Broken Dagger, Lucifer's Contract by Alan Graves. Check it out. It's on Kindle Unlimited. It's also available in paperback. So it's a companion novella. And it's amazing. I hope you guys enjoy it. It is about Sebastian, which is a character in Legion's Dawn that Alan helped me develop, and he has put more detail to Sebastian so everybody can have a better understanding of who the character is and what he can do. So hopefully, you guys check it out. Give him some feedback. This is his first project with writing, and I am super stoked about it, and I'm so happy for him, and it's just awesome. I love it. So, yes, The Broken Dagger, Lucifer's Contract is available on Amazon. Get it. You won't regret it. I mean, look at his daughter created the cover all on her own. It is amazing. If you don't buy the book, at least check out the cover. I mean, it's fantastic. It takes a setting in during the Salem witch trials, during the Puritan era. So, I mean, right there from the get-go, it should draw you in if you are a fan of anything supernatural. So, yes, buy the book, read it, let us know how it is. I think it's awesome. I loved helping him go through it, and I loved, watching the story as it grew. So it excites me, and I hope it excites all of you. Okay, so now getting to the book cover review. So I'm honestly thinking, because I know this book cover review isn't going to take long, and I know the ones who will watch this on YouTube will be able to see the cover, so I'm going to hopefully explain the cover to the ones that's only listening. And we're going to try to get through this episode without me yawning or almost falling asleep, because I did take some sleep meds because I am, the house is empty. The wifey is working night shift tonight, so sleeping is going to be hard. And I got to get up at 5 in the morning to go to work at 6. So pray for me. Hopefully the sleep meds will do me some good and I can actually sleep all night. Who knows? I have trouble sleeping all the time. But for the reveal, and like I said, this book has been out for a little while and I was finally able to get it. But I'm super stoked about reading this book. I need to do cover reveals for my friend Stephen Kane because I've got 3 of his books and I love the covers of those as well. So, you know what? I might do Tyler's and then I'll do one for Stephen. So, and then I'm thinking about grabbing a book. If I had Legion's Dawn over here, I would probably, give y'all a little bit of taste of it, the first pages. But I think my Legion's Dawn's over there on the bookshelf. I hate that I got to point backwards. Over there. Yeah. So, without further ado, the cover of Tyler's book. It is a fantasy sitcom. A fantasy sitcom. The Penny Lich by T.W. Clawson. And I know I've read the synopsis before, but I'm going to read it again just in case if there's any newcomers in here that haven't heard of it, then they will, hopefully pick it up after this. But it says, "You've heard the story of light overcoming darkness and the farm boy that became a hero. The great gods of myth coming down and fighting the primordial evil that lays within the heart of every man. This is not that story. Elliot is a cleric who has kept his head down working for the Mage Corps, and he likes it that way. When he has to fill in for his best friend and run a field mission, the two new recruits he's with cause more problems than Elliot's ready to deal with. If you're a fan of sitcoms, fantasy stories, and TTRPGs, then you'll love getting to know this cast of fun, witty, possibly murder hobos who call the Penny Lich Tavern their home." Now check out that cover. So for the ones that's listening, it is a beautiful cover. It is straight up D&D. Like I love D&D. I used to play it. I've not played it in a very long time. I don't have anybody really to have matches with, but the cover, it looks like an elven woman with big glasses and blonde hair holding a fireball, and then it's got two people on the bottom with one's got white, looks like dreads, possibly partially shaven head, like underneath the hair. And on the left side, it's got a long-haired gentleman, and behind him, it is looks like a wolf. And on the other side with the other woman, it looks like a big old Taurus or a bull. And in the middle, it's got the sword with like a crystal diamond ruby looking thing on the tip of the handle. And like the cover is just beautiful. Like it looks like it's on old script paper with a complete colorful finish on top. Like the image is glorious. So if you really want to see the image, you can look it up on Amazon and actually see it there, or you can, if you're just listening, you want to go to YouTube real quick, you can see it there. Or if you are watching this on YouTube, you've seen it. So yes, this is a fantasy sitcom, The Penny Lich by T.W. Clawson. And the back of it has the sign that hangs on the Penny Lich Tavern. And it's a skeleton with a lager or an ale in his hand with D&D currency dripping from his bony hand. He's got a hood on. He's got a sword attached to his hip. And yeah, I'm pretty sure, because I've started reading it, and then one of my kids called me, so I talked to them, and from what I was reading, I'm pretty sure the image on the back of the book is actually what the tavern sign looks like. But yes, like I said, I started reading it. I got one page in because, like I said, right when I got there, it's when my kids called me. And my oldest wanted me, I guess, to watch him play Xbox for just a little bit. So that's what we do. And but yes, and this is supposed to be a very comedic novel here. So, and last I heard, he is coming up with another part to the Penny Lich. So it's going to be just like a sitcom. It's going to be episodes. So be sure to grab this book before he completes the next one, so that way you will be caught up, kind of like a TV show. As soon as one comes out, you watch it, you get hooked. I know you can't wait for the next one, but let's go back to the 90s here, people. Let's have it to where you literally actually, I know it's more convenient the way Netflix and Hulu. I mean, I'm a big fan of Netflix and Hulu. I was watching Sons of Anarchy just now on Hulu. I've seen it all, but I'm gonna watch it again. And it is more convenient to, have all the episodes as soon, just right there for your viewing pleasure as soon as you turn on the app or the program, whatever. But sometimes if you want to feel nostalgic, go back to the 90s, even early 2000s. And look at everything the way it was when the good times actually still existed. Yes, convenience help with good times, but you cannot deny unless you was not actually alive during the 90s. And it's sad because I shouldn't say it that way. It's not sad, but a lot of these younger people, and I can say that now because I'm 33 years old, I can say younger people, but all these younger people truly missed out on the great 90s, early 2000s, because that's when the music was just beyond magnificent. Even the rap game had meaning to it. It wasn't all about booties and drugs and money. It literally had meaning to rap. So the 90s, I'm getting nostalgic now. The 90s were just amazing. I was born in 89, so I got to experience the 90s pretty decently. So, but yes, the Penny Lich available. Sorry for my chair squeaking. There it goes. I had to fix. My knees have been giving me issues. That's a sign of old age, I guess. But no, I did tear a ligament in my knee not like a while back, and it never healed properly. So it's just always an issue. So. Okay, sorry for the squeak, but I got to move my legs, so the chair is probably going to squeak, and I apologize. There we go. Okay, no more squeak. We're good. No more squeak. Okay, so that was the cover, and like I said, my full review of the cover of a fantasy sitcom, The Penny Lich. I love the cover. I loved it as soon as I saw it on Amazon when I was wanting to buy it, and I finally got to buy it, so that's just awesome for me. But the cover does not disappoint. It is amazing, and I can't wait to completely dive into this book. I'm not trying to read some more before I go to sleep, unless, like I said, the Z-Quill kicks in, and I'm just like, and out for it. So I need to quit hitting my cord because I think it might be moving my microphone. I apologize. Okay, so Tyler, awesome cover. If I could honestly rate the cover with stars, and it was a 1 to 5, I'd give it 5 because that artwork is just amazing. So now, let me see, because I know I got Steve's books over here. Yeah, buddy. There's one. And I started reading this one. That's my problem a lot. I'll start, I'm in the midst of reading, maybe 4 books. And it's because I'll start reading, I'll get put into it, and then I have to go do something. And then I'll put the book down, and then I won't touch it for a while. And then I'll be like, I need to get back to reading because, reading helps a writer write. So, but then I'm like, okay, I haven't picked up this book yet. I'm going to, test it out for a little bit, and then I'll get pulled into that book. And then I have to put it down, go do something. And it's like I said, it's a whole repetition. It just keeps going and going and going. And that's a problem for me. But anyways, so Steve Kane did send me 3 books. And I hope to get Steve Kane on here. We have talked about it, so hopefully I can get an interview with him at some point. Like I said, my schedule is ridiculous, so I am trying my best to plan everything I can. It's just sometimes it gets really hard. But Steve Kane, he bought Legion's Dawn, and I sent him Zed's Rising and Zed's Wayward Son, and he sent me 3 of his books. Now, this book is called Leave a Message, and this cover really makes me feel nostalgic. I mean, it's got, one's on YouTube, you can see it. It's got the old VTech phone base. It's got the old time, it looks like a 1950s, what kind of car is that? I don't want to get it wrong, so I'm not even going to attempt it. It's got the UGA Mean Damn Dogs picture on here. And I don't know if that's his dad in the bottom photo. I'm not going to say it is because I'm not sure. And Steve, I'm sorry if if I get it wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's you and maybe your dad during your graduation. And if I'm wrong, please correct me. But that is a very nice picture, and I hope I'm right because that's a very good picture to have. Oh, and even on the back, it's got a plaque of his dad. It says Bobby Kane coach, Walker Construction Little League champions in 1987, I think. And on the this is on the back. It also has a tape measure and a screwdriver. It has like the reefs from like that you hang on doors. That's like made of twigs, and on the back it says this is for my dad. But it's got that autumn tint to it and like a wooden background, and looks like it's an old workman's desk that all this stuff is resting on. But I like the cover of this, and it says leave a message, and it is different from what I've read so far. Like I'm actually pretty decently far in there. I even got my own rack card as a bookmark so I don't lose my spot. But it is different. And I like it. I didn't think I would like something like this, but I do. It's a mixture of storytelling and poetry. I like poetry. I've never been like an avid reader of poetry, but the way Steve does his stuff here with poetry added into the story, it's pretty, it's different, and I enjoy it very much. It's a new way. In my opinion, I've never seen this done before, and if you guys have, give me some examples on the ones that you have seen this before. But I like it. And for your cover review, Steve, 1 out of 5 stars. Honestly, I would give this one a 5 stars as well, because I don't know, it makes me feel not only nostalgic with your cover, but like warm, welcoming. I don't know, and it's got a hint of sadness to it, because I'm pretty sure, I have an inclination from what I've read on why this is for your dad, and I know how you feel, but mine passed away when I was 10, so I'm just glad that you was able to get more time with yours, and this is a lovely book, and I cannot wait to finish it. But yes, your cover, I give it a... Alright, let's try this again. Sorry about that. Okay, so once again, after them book cover reviews, we like I said, Steve Kane, I give your book cover reviews a 5 star, because it makes me feel warm, I should say. I know I said that a little while ago, but it really does. But kudos to you for all your... Oh my gosh, my phone just went nuts. Kudos to you for all your writing that you've done. I know you just released another book, so I'm proud of you, bub. I hope that everything keeps going and you literally get to that point where you are extremely happy with your creative endeavors. So those are the 2 book cover reviews that I am doing, and while everything went on the fritz with me just now, I went on ahead, I paused, I got up for a second, watched a couple of seconds of Sons of Anarchy while I noticed the uploading was getting done for the Other Side of Shadows. So I went on ahead and grabbed my Legion's Dawn, and booyah. I can't really do a cover review for this one because I love it. It's mine. But so since some of you may have bought it, read it, heard about it, of course, I'm going to... I wonder how many... Okay, so you know what? We might just go ahead and read chapter 1, considering it is only 9 pages long. So buckle up. If you need to, hit the pause button, grab something to drink, something to eat, and enjoy this nice little preview. Let's call it a audio teaser of Legion's Dawn, so that way, if any of you are on the fence about buying it, you will know exactly how it starts, and hopefully this will pull you right on in. And I'm not going to add any special effects, no music to the back, because like I said, I'm trying to get this episode ready and out there for tomorrow morning. Alright, so Legion's Dawn, Legion Series Book 1 by me, Bradley Botts. Chapter 1. Hope you're ready for this. Excuse me. Apparently I'm not even ready for it if I'm coughing. Don't you miss it, Elias? The tall silver buildings, the constant light that wasn't caused by fire, an actual illumination of everything worth looking at, the rich clouds that transformed into whatever we desired, Belial asks as he sits on the edge of a charred stone cliff overlooking the seventh circle. We have this conversation a lot, Elias answers. What's going on with you? I can't help but wonder if we were wrong, Belial says. Why did we follow Lucifer? Reap. We followed Lucifer because he understood how we felt. Humans were a mistake. All they do is fight, kill, and destroy everything they touch. They never care about anything but their own selfish pleasures. And Dad placed all his love to those meat suits. They use his name in vain, sell what he gave them for moments of fame or just a little bit of cloth that they believe is worth something. We were just placed to the side while he focused all his attention on creating such a flawed species, Elias says as he twirls his knife with his fingers. Father created them with high regard just as he did us. His power didn't exceed his love, so he created them just like he created us. He made them with such perfection. It was like looking at him through a stained glass. He gave them a choice to either live with him or live without him. We were created to live with him. But just as humans, we chose to live without him, Belial says as he stares towards the screaming souls beneath the cliffside. We became jealous, but we were no different. We just became jealous. We looked at it all wrong. What do you mean? The war Lucifer started in heaven was a footnote to a bigger issue. We thought he understood us. I thought that was his reason to rebel, but it wasn't. Elias's eyes stare directly towards Belial as he stops twirling his blade. What are you trying to say, Reap? He wanted to be Father. He wanted to be loved by Father. What Father created was what Lucifer wanted to create. All those souls that are slowly becoming scaly, decrepit monsters are Lucifer's doing, not Father's. Every soul above us has free will to choose who they want to follow, who they want to love. Lucifer sends demons to influence them. Some are sent to possess. I'm sent to collect souls that have turned their back on Father. Haven't you really wondered how a demon is made? I'm not talking about the things that we see every day. I mean the true demons that have wings close to ours but are not us. I've never really thought about it. How did they become what they are? Those are the souls of the divine, the direct descendants of children offered by parents for whatever they have truly desired in their lifetime. Belial takes a deep breath. I remember when it started. Demons would make a deal with humans. They allowed the seed of a first night to be placed inside a bearing woman. I'm not talking about Locke or Azazel. I mean the ones Father had sent after us. The ones that questioned his decision to send us here. Our brothers and sisters that wouldn't conform to Father's decisions after the rebellion. They weren't allowed to force themselves into it. The human had to be willing. Did you ever complete a deal with that consequence? Elias asks as he leans away from Belial. No, I could never have done that with a human. I never understood why Father gave us that part of our body in the first place. But those souls were born corrupt. I'm still not understanding. The way we do things is how it's been since the beginning. Exactly. Since the beginning. Since the fall. That's what it is proving my point. That's what is proving my point, sorry. If Lucifer hated humans as much as he preached, why not destroy their souls instead of turning them into horrific constructs of burnt skin, black ooze, and having some of the first nights impregnate a human? Can he destroy souls? Elias asked while staring attentively at Belial. Yes, he can. He was the first angel to ever be created. His celestial link to Father is far greater than any other angel, fallen or still at Father's side. He is more powerful than Michael. If he can transform souls, why wouldn't he be able to destroy them? Elias turns to look towards the crimson abyss that extends beyond sight. Flames form as cyclones in the distance. A thick layer of black smoke cascades over the pits. Elias clutches pockets of ash resting on the cliffside. Is he raging another war? Is he building an army? Why would he lie to us? He knew if he preached what we wanted to hear, then he wouldn't ask questions. Lucifer didn't hate the fact Father created humans. He hates the fact that Father created them first. Why hasn't he tried to create new ones then? Elias asks. Belial stares into Elias's black eyes and says the same reason why humans copy paintings of great artists. Why create something new when you can just change the original masterpiece? Father gave the actual ability to Lucifer to keep souls if they went against him. He can alter them while they are down here, and no one would bat an eye or look too closely. Belial, a deep voice. Let's change it up a bit. Belial. Alright, one more time. Belial. A deep voice says from behind him. Oh, hey there, Locke. You're looking mighty bulked today. Did you find an obese soul to consume before your power walk? Elias asked behind his smile. Locke stands with a black leather whip dangling from his horn knuckles. His shoulders hide his neck, and with scaled wings extended beyond reach. You will address... Oh, sorry, it's Locke's part. You will address me with higher authority, little brother. Remember, you were created after me. You were an afterthought. That is why Lucifer placed you in the third circle, Locke says as he grips the whip tighter. You oversee the gamblers and the pornography addicts. Know your place. Belial stares directly towards the crimson sky with frustration behind his exhale. I was honestly giving you a compliment, but, if you want to talk about authority, then let's discuss. I was blessed with blades sharp enough to cut off those ugly chicken wings you have. You also have a whip that is used by most of the porn addicts I condemn. You have nothing above me but age, height, and those brown lips supporting your ugly-ass face for kissing Big Brother's ass so much, Elias says as anger grows into Locke's face. Honest questions, though. Do you use that whip on yourself for satisfaction? Do you put the handle in your butt and swing it around to slap your bulging, overworked chest? Mind your tongue, boy, Locke says as he brings the whip above his head. With a powerful swing and a quick snap of Locke's wrist, the leather tip projects towards Elias. Elias grips his blades in each hand and waits for the whip to come closer. Before the connection between the whip and Elias, Belial extends his arm and grabs the whip. Elias's half-charred wings are spread, ready to fight. Enough, Belial says as his ivory wings extend while reflecting the flame's light, casting a blinding illumination. What have I said about attacking Elias, Locke? He's insubordinate. And you are a sensitive brat. I don't care. We all have a rank in hell. Mine is over both of you. I've told you to never strike our brother or I'll put you in the pit myself. Do you understand me? Belial says as his eyes glow crimson with a slight shade of indigo. Belial's battle axe rests in his other hand. Yes, brother. I understand. Kind of sound like Hulk Hogan for a minute. Locke says as he bows his head and his wings droop towards the ground. The king needs you at his throne. He wants you to reap a high priority soul. Don't call him king. Now you do sound like a kiss ass. He is our brother, Belial explains. Tell him I'll be there in a moment. Locke stares at Elias once more before extending his wings and flying from the cliffside. As Belial rests his arms and returns his axe to his back, Elias says, I was going to cut his whip in half. Before or after he used it to rip your eyes from your skull. Oh, please, that muscle-bound cheese enthusiast can't handle my knife skills. I'm going to go see what Lucifer wants. Go back to your circle and I'll meet you there when I get back. Can I just stay here and torture the pedophiles and murderers? It's more fun to recreate their sins instead of watching a porn addict never being able to get his jollies. I agree that it is some horrific torture, but I want to cut someone. You know this is Azazel's circle. He is very particular about when we can help. Best not to aggravate an already crazy fallen, Bilal says as he gestures a crazy finger twirled near his head. Fine, but I do want to cut someone. I sharpened these blades just this morning, Elias says as he twirls his knives. It'd be a shame not to use them. Cut the penis off for pouring at it. That always seems to be the proper punishment, Bilal says before he spreads his wings and soars through the violet opening within the crimson sky. I guess that could be something to do for now, Elias says. But next time, I'm going to use them to unlock perky nips. Bilal gives Elias a wave as he flies further away. Chapter 1 of Legion's Dawn. So I hope you enjoyed that. I did. After I publish my work, I hardly ever go back to it and read it. And I enjoyed that. So, hey, kudos to me. But yes, so I guess that is all for Creators Dementia today. Like I said, it's just been a relaxed episode up until the glitches. But yes, nothing was planned. This was just one of them, hey, I need to do an episode, so let's do something different. So that's what we did. But thank you guys so much for listening. I really appreciate it. Maybe next time I'll actually offer advice if you are willing to listen. I know a lot of people actually like it when I do that. So, but this was a pure entertainment type episode. So it's nice to change things up a bit. But anyways, thank you guys very much. I really appreciate the support, the feedback, the constant keep going remarks that I receive all the time. I really appreciate it. So yeah, a lot of things are changing, and hopefully things will start becoming more fluent, and I can get things started. I know Hidden Hollow Productions is my production company that is technically not a business because it's mostly a hobby, but Hidden Hollow Productions is growing. It might just be growing with me right now, but hopefully eventually it will grow with more as people become more noticeable of Hidden Hollow Productions. And like I said, now Hidden Hollow Productions has 2 podcasts, so maybe we can get someone in to develop their own, and if they need some networking, just to spread it out there, hopefully Hidden Hollow Productions can help them. So yes, that is it. I'm starting to feel the meds kick in, so I'm going to try my best to edit this as quickly as possible, so that way it will be ready for tomorrow. Now the YouTube version may not be up till later, but the Spotify and Amazon Music and all that should be good to go by tomorrow morning. But thank you guys very much for everything. I really appreciate it. God bless. Have a good weekend, and I will holler at you next time. I screwed up my own thing. Let's try it one more time. Demented Creator out. Thank you for listening to Creators Dementia. Be sure to like, follow, comment, whichever you prefer on any platform that you are listening to. To contact Creators Dementia headquarters, feel free to email me at creatorsdementia@gmail.com. Demented Creator out.